J. Cole doesn't think he's the best rapper alive.
What is that about?
I mean, that's kind of normal for J. Cole, but is this like surprising to you guys that a guy like J. Cole says that he isn't the best rapper alive? Is it even controversial? Because I didn't see any controversy in anything that he said. He said there's a guy like Black Thought that exists, and Black Thought is really good.
He is.
And there are really great rappers, but people seem to kind of be blowing this out of proportion. Like J. Cole is supposed to, because he says in his raps that he's so great and all this other stuff, that he's also supposed to. What's the thing here?
That's the dynamic right there. Is the fact that J. Cole is such a dope MC that he comes off as I'm better than y'all. I've heard him rap.
He addresses that in the interview too.
He does, but what I'm saying is the way he comes off. Like when I hear J. Cole, I'm like, this dude is nice. And I've heard him pop his shit where he like, I'm like that. So for him to be able to say, I'm not the best rapper or whatever, it kind of goes against some of the things that I've heard from him as a rapper, because I've heard him so many times pop off about how nice he is while actually being nice at the same point.
Well, he said that though. So like, did you watch the interview?
I didn't watch all of it, but
all right, so he addressed,
to me that's a contradiction.
Yeah, I mean he addressed, when I get in the booth and you know what I'm saying, I'm going to say I'm the best on these songs. You know, I might go in there and I might be able to give you 80, but then a Black Thought is in there, he's giving you 100, and I can't give you 80 every night. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of comparing it to basketball games and things like that. But I mean, it's typical Cole, honestly. I mean, Cole he gets in the booth and he does a very good job on a lot of these raps. And then for him to say, I really don't think I'm the best. I mean, he's not the only artist. He just said it out loud. He did what Anthony Richardson did when he got in the in the interview and said he was tired, so he had him take him out for.
He just told the truth too much.
He told the truth. I mean,
I like that.
There's a lot of rappers that don't really think that they're the best.
I like that.
But on that song, they're gonna tell you the best. But again, we always go back to when you put the records on the table. Shout out to Jay Moore. CDs on the table.
Yep.
Their material might not back that up. It just backed it up for that particular song. I mean, rap is a bravado sport. You're gonna go out there and say I'm the best. You know how many teams play and think they're the best? I mean, Duke just got smoked. Well, they didn't get smoked.
They didn't get smoked.
They lost a significant lead.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be the best.
Yeah.
In the tournament, and lost to my guy from here.
Yep.
White Braylon.
Yeah. Hit that
Greenfield
3
Central.
And sent their
ass
home. You know what I'm saying? So everybody says they're the best. I mean, that's just part of sport, rap, music in general. Well, J. Cole just said the loud part with the quiet part out loud. Yeah.
Well, sometimes
I'm not mad at
if
that.
you don't
I'm
walk into certain situations thinking you're the best, you may not want to say it out loud, but I'm pretty sure Duke, even in the loss, still thinks they're the best team left in the tournament.
Hey, they lost on a buzzer beater. So, but
they blew a 20-point lead.
And a stupid pass where he should have just taken a foul. But
that part.
But does this dive into like the authenticity of Cole and his music and the things of that nature? Because sometimes somebody such as myself, like I have a hard time gravitating towards listening to Cole on a repeatable basis, and a lot of it's just because it just kind of feels like I don't really know who he is, or there's nothing I can really kind of latch onto super heavy. And sometimes I kind of wonder if maybe, this is kind of a good example of like, well, you're telling me one thing, but you believe something else, and don't get me wrong. Sure, rap is bravado and things of that nature, but it's like, you don't really ever hear rappers come out and be like, you know what? I know I'm not the best.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you an example.
You do hear that in certain ways when say like, I'm a hustler, not a rapper.
Yeah, I guess that's
like
fair.
That shit,
that's
like because they're almost trying to buy themselves some.
But those artists, those artists never claim to be the best.
We never look at them as
no one's ever putting them in the top 10. Nobody
when
ever
people say that. That would be my argument. So that is like we don't look at them as being the best rappers when they say that.
Andre 3000 has never said he's the best rapper. People consider him the best rapper.
Right. True.
Black Thought has never said he's the best rapper.
Yep.
People consider him the best rapper. Lil Wayne has said he's the best rapper.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't believe that he's the best rapper.
Some people do.
I don't
though.
think honestly that he believes he's the best rapper.
Yeah.
At one point in time, he
Fake it
was.
till you make it, man.
You know what I'm saying? We all know.
He just never made it.
What's his
Don't do that,
name?
Lon.
Kanye has said he's the best.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has
He
said
genuinely
he's the
believed that,
best. Nas has said he's the best. I mean, when you're gunning for a certain position in hip hop, you're going to say that you're the best. You may not mean it. You may know that I need to get past this pillar here before I can actually say that I'm the best. Even when Wayne said he was best, he said since the best rapper retired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which was a short-lived retirement.
I think Lone, when you're talking about hearing an artist say that, like when you hear someone say, well, yeah, I'm really not the best or whatever, but, I do X, Y, Z or X, Y. That part right there is a little different for me because we've seen plenty of interviews with plenty of rappers that have the bravado or think they're this or that, but you don't see it that too often where someone says, I'm not really the best. I'm just this or this. To me, that's a one-off. We don't see that too often. Yeah. I've never heard Kendrick say, I'm really not the best, but
Kendrick will never say that.
He'll never say that.
Because Kendrick actually thinks he's the best.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when he looks at it, he's like,
so when
these are the people you think are even on my level? Like,
yeah.
So when I hear somebody as nice as Cole, who has the records, he can put his CDs on the table to back it up. It's like, it throws me off a little bit to hear someone like that to say, I'm really not the best. I ain't saying he's wrong for saying that. It just throws me off a little bit.
I think I agree with that too because I actually agree with what he said. Like it is kind of like a sport. Sometimes you go and you make a song with somebody and maybe your pen's exactly where it needs to be that day.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the next day it's just not quite as good. Maybe it's 80% as good as whatever it is. Doesn't mean that you're not nice.
We're human.
And it also goes to the fact that I don't really think music is competitive and supposed to be in that particular type of way. But, I don't necessarily think there is the nicest of all time. I think just different people have really, really great moments.
Right.
Throughout time. Andre has great moments. Black Thought has great moments. He actually does have the greatest freestyle of all time. I don't think that's really up for debate.
It's part of the reason why Andre doesn't want to make music right now because he feels like he's not the best.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But I feel like all these artists, they have great moments. And I feel like the way that I would look at it is what I try to look at. But J. Cole makes it extremely hard with the comments and his interviews and stuff like that. But he makes it hard on himself. It's just like, because I agree with him, but at the same time, like, why are you saying that? Like, but from one perspective, maybe I'm just being too hard on him.
He's the working man's MC at the end of the day. Cole is just aligning himself as this likable person that I might say I'm the best on verses, but I really don't feel like I'm the best. Kendrick and Drake are both my friends. I'm not going to do anything or put anything out that's going to hurt Puffy's situation right now. Although we did get in the fight, but I'm not going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to be that likable dude.
He's a liberal.
Well, there you go. He just wants to be liked, man. And maybe not just wants to be like. His personality is somebody that doesn't want to rub people the wrong way.
Doesn't want to rock the boat. Doesn't want controversy.
Yeah.
And when you look at that from a standpoint of him and who he is, I can appreciate that if that's authentically him.
From one perspective, yeah.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. If that's who you are, cool. Just show me who you are and just say who you are. And if it lines up and it's consistent with your actions, then yeah, it makes sense. That's who he is. To Terry's point.
If I'm gonna keep it a buck, honestly, this is probably just a problem. This is a me problem. This is not a Cole problem.
Yeah.
It's the fact that I can't accept him for who he is and
Who
the
he
things that
actually
he
is.
is. It's like I want him to be somebody different than
but he's telling you who he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's telling you who he is. Yeah.
So,
I understand that. Yeah.
Kudos. I'm wrong.
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at him. Like, be you, but it just I know how nice you are, so it just kind of threw me off a little bit. But
and sometimes
I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at him.
They might be playing, the fiddle. Like I might say I'm not. I'm saying this, but deep down inside, I really think I'm the best. And he knows.
Felt like a PC response.
Yeah, he knows on a lot of these verses he gets he's washing the artists on there.
He is.
I guess that's why it kind of feels inauthentic sometimes.
Because I know who you are. When you pop out and you hop out, we know who you are.
But see, there's a difference because in those situations, he's rapping against an individual. when he puts a whole album together,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not sounding the exact same because he's at war with himself.
That's fair.
He's not
That's fair.
not writing against another artist. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna get on here and do this. Oh, he said that. I'm gonna take it this way.
So the motivation is different. I got you. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that.